And welcome, Hoosier Nation, to another edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off, recorded on Monday morning, October 14th, 2019. I am your host, Noah Freeman, and I'm here for your quick roundup of IU sports news. Let's start with the volleyball update. We knew the volleyball schedule would get much harder once Big Ten season got underway, as it does every year. But the Hoosiers have not fared well recently against conference opponents. In their defense, 5 out of their first 6 conference games were against ranked opponents. Their only win in that span was against the only non-ranked opponent, Northwestern. The sort of good news, the volleyball program has 14 more regular season matches left and only 5 of them against ranked opponents. It's still tough sledding in the next 6 matches, where 3 of them are against great schools, but they have a favorable finish to the regular season. Next up, the men's soccer program. It's no secret that the team has not been where they are the past few seasons, but they are still ranked in the top 10 consistently this season, which shows you how dominant they have been in those recent seasons. As conference play has continued, the Hoosiers are still unbeaten in the Big Ten, hoping to keep that streak alive. They are 4-0 in the Big Ten and tied number 16 Kentucky this past Wednesday. At 8-1-3 on the season, there are only 5 more games left in the regular season for the Hoosiers. Good news? Only one of those opponents are against a ranked team, number 25 Maryland, and that game is this week on Friday at 6:30 p.m. and airs on BTN. If you're in the DC area, you've got to come to 2 big matchups in College Park Friday and Saturday with the men's soccer team and the football team. The Hoosiers are the only conference unbeaten team left in the Big Ten. Next up, our football outcome from this past weekend. The Hoosiers had mostly a great weekend during homecoming as the Hoosiers routed the Rutgers Scarlet Knights 35-0. This is the 4th shutout by Tom Allen and the Hoosiers since 2017, which is one of the best in the Big Ten. For comparison, only Wisconsin has had 4 shutouts in that same time frame. On a national scale, Clemson has only had 1 and Alabama has had 4. In addition, the Hoosiers held Rutgers to only 75 total yards with 1 passing yard. Yes, you heard me correctly, 1 passing yard. The bad news, starting center Hunter Littlejohn went out with an injury this past Saturday. We have yet to receive an update when recording this episode, but we hope it's not a long-term injury, as they have already lost captain Coy Cronk. The game was highlighted by the play of Stevie Scott, who posted 164 rushing yards on 12 carries, which averages to 13.7 yards per carry. The receiving side was highlighted by Watt Fillier, who brought in 10 receptions for 182 yards. Watt made history this past Saturday, as this was the 4th game with 10-plus receptions that he got in, the most in Indiana history. The Hoosiers are on the road the next 2 weeks. This coming weekend is against Maryland in College Park. Game is Saturday, October 19th, 3:30 p.m. and will air on BTN. Remember to watch us live Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. and subscribe to our podcast, The Hoosier Sound, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you like the transcript and links mentioned in today's show, head over to indianahq.com to check that out, in addition to all of our insightful articles. We will catch you next Monday, October 20th, for the next edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off. But, as always, thank you for listening, Hoosier Nation, and we'll see you next time.